What's going on, Bam Fam? It is Monday. Harley Davidson just announced the release of the Pan America. I, for one, am very excited about this. I have a list of notes that I'm going to talk about today, so let's get started. Bam, bam. Okay, so overall, I think they did an awesome job on the video. They really explained the roots of Harley Davidson, how it all started, where it all started. They really did a good job of that, I personally think. I love the Old West shots that they had, driving the, riding the Pan America through the Old West towns, and that was awesome to me. Of course, I grew up watching old Western movies, so. And then all the old pictures and videos that they were using whenever they were going through the World War II era and all of that good stuff. That was just awesome to me. They explained how they modified the military version, the WLA, to go into a civilian version and all that. And man, it was awesome. The video was very well done. It was very high quality, unlike my videos. I'm learning, all right? Get off my back. So another point that I wanted to touch on is Harley setting the date for the Pan America. They did a completely separate release. I think, personally, they did right by that. I think that the Pan America really needed to be its own thing because Harley is doing their own thing, their new thing with the Pan America. Now, they could have put more information in the video as far as information about the Pan America itself. They kind of told us, they didn't tell us anything really. That was like, let's see, what did they tell us? They didn't tell us colors, they didn't tell us weight, they didn't tell us horsepower, they didn't tell us anything about it, really. They just kind of released a big video that made it look really cool, you know what I mean? So I feel like they could have done a better job of saying, hey, this is the new Pan America, look at this, it's awesome, and this is why. Instead of just, throwing a bunch of videos out there and having a bunch of people talk about it, which was awesome, don't get me wrong, but I think it would have been a much better success if they released that information in the video as well as on the website. So all the information that I found is going to be on the Harley website, which we'll get to in a minute. Opening scenes of the video, Jason Momoa. Now, don't get me wrong, the dude loves to ride Harleys. That's awesome, that's badass. I appreciate him for that. However, I think Harley needs to, they keep talking about their core customers. Their core customers are not all these millionaire movie people that are just, getting free crap anyway because they're rich and famous. Their core customers are the normal everyday people. They need to do a better job of including the normal everyday people. They need to be getting on YouTube's. Listen how old I sound. I think they need to be getting on YouTube. They need to be reaching out to people such as Blockhead or Shade Tree Surgeon or Her Two Wheels, Moto Blonde, Bikin' Bird, John's Moto Garage. All of these big YouTuber names that ride Harleys and they're big influencers. I think they need to be reaching out to them because they're the people that we watch constantly. They are bringing out content on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Those are the people that Harley needs to be reaching out to. Don't get me wrong, I think that there is a time and a place for reaching out to big name people, movie stars and whatnot. But with Harley really only reaching out to them, now let's put it this way. Those big movie stars, they have more than enough money to just go pay cash for a Pan America. They could pay for 5 Pan Americas, who cares? Us normal people, we don't really have that kind of cash laying around. So, I think they need to do a better job about reaching out to, especially the big names on YouTube. Me, my whole 144 subscribers, no. So I think them taking a step back toward their roots and going back to the off-road game, I think is huge. I think it's a great move by Harley, and personally, I really like the look of the Pan America. I think it looks badass. I would love to own one day. We'll see what happens. We'll see where life takes us. But I think it's a really good move on their part. I think this is going to open up a lot of doors for Harley. They asked a question in the video, what is a road to a motorcycle? And that really got me thinking. We love our motorcycles because we can go to places that cars cannot. But currently, all of the Harleys on the road are cruisers. They go on the asphalt. So yes, we can still get to places that cars can't, maybe like small back alleys, whatever, but it's not really truly going where cars can't. The Pan America is going to change that for Harley. I think it's such a fantastic idea. Again, I think they're going big places with this, and it's just going to open up a bunch of doors for them. Okay, they also talked about functionality over aesthetics. You can tell that through the engine. The engine's a structural part of the frame instead of being in the frame. It's a part of the frame. It helps with handling. It keeps the weight low on the bike. That way you have a lower center of gravity. And I think that's awesome what Harley's doing. I foresee them getting a lot of flack for this. I've already seen a lot of flack on the internet saying, oh, the bike looks big with a tiny fairing. Is it perfect matchup? No. But does it look good? Personally, when I first saw the Pan America back in 2018, I was like, oh damn, that thing's ugly. And the more that I look at it, the more I'm like, oh my God, that thing is sexy. Just like the Road Glide. First time I saw a street glide and a Road Glide, I thought they were the ugliest bikes in the world. Now I love them. I think they look great. You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I personally think this bike looks amazing. They talked about having the 3 luggage systems, the 3 luggage bags, the sport bags, the aluminum bags, and the soft bags. Obviously, the aluminum bags are going to be the most highly sought after for crash protection purposes. Plus, they look like they hold a lot more. But they didn't give any information other than the bags. Let's see, it comes in 2 different models, the standard and the special. The standard comes in 2 color options starting at $17,319. Or if you get the River Rock Gray, it comes in 2 colors, black, vivid black, and River Rock Gray. Vivid black is $17,319 starting price, and River Rock Gray is $17,569. The special has 3 color options. And no matter what color option you choose, it is $19,999. So $20,000 out the gate for the special. 2-wheel multi-tool built to endure. All right, so the Pan America 1250 Special. I'm only gonna go over the special because it's the exact same thing of the standard, but it has a bunch more features. And I will explain exactly what those features are. So, engine displacement. Pan America 1250 motorcycle is a 2-wheel multi-tool built to endure, designed to explore, and engineered for adventure. Displacement, 1,252 cc's, which I think that's just below 100 cubic inches. Horsepower, we're looking at 150 horsepower at 9,000 RPM. Torque, 94 foot-pounds at 6,750 RPM. Weight, fully fueled, 560 pounds. That's pretty light for a Harley, which the gas tank is 5.6 gallons. Wheelbase 62.2 inches, ground clearance 8.3 inches. That's huge. That's awesome. Seat height is 33.4 inches. So even with all of that ground clearance, you still have a pretty low seat height-ish. Designed with dual overhead cams and a 30-degree split pin crank, the Revolution Max 1250 engine replicates the primary balance of a 90-degree twin with the efficient size of a 60-degree twin. Revolutionary suspension system, adaptive ride height. This actually I thought was really cool when they mentioned it in the video. It actually, the rear end squats down a little bit as you're slowing down. That way you're not struggling to put your feet out and like tiptoeing and all that. So it actually squats down a little bit as you're going down. This is only on the special, not on the standard. And as it's coming back up, or as you're speeding back up, it raises back up, which is really cool. Is a world debut on the Pan America 1250 Special. This factory installed option is a Harley Davidson exclusive and unlocks confidence you can feel. When the motorcycle comes to a stop, the height is automatically lowered to make it significantly easier to reach the ground. At speed, the system maintains constant optimum suspension sag by adjusting preload while continuously sensing weight inputs. Harley Davidson is the first motorcycle industry to offer this technology. Now, it does also come with 5 different, it is programmed with 5 rider modes: Sport, Road, Rain, Off-Road, and Off-Road Plus. I haven't been able to find really information on the Off-Road Plus to see what is different between Off-Road and Off-Road Plus. So it's got cornering enhanced electronically linked braking, cornering enhanced anti-lock braking system, cornering enhanced traction control system, cornering enhanced drag torque slip control system, and then hill hold control, which previously was only in the bagger lineup. Here's the list of items that the Pan America Special has over the standard. Semi-active front and rear suspension with vehicle load control, tire pressure monitoring system, center stand, multi-position rear brake pedal, brush guard, aluminum skid plate, Daymaker signature adaptive headlamp, hand wind deflectors, heated hand grips, steering damper, awesome. Factory installed option for these last 2 is adaptive ride height, which we already talked about, and tubeless laced wheels. I think the tubeless laced wheels is going to be awesome, going to be clutch on this bike. Closing thoughts. I think it's priced kind of high. $20,000 for an adventure touring is a lot, because you know most people are going to go for the special versus the standard. You know, when you're looking at it, that's drops in the bucket. 17 going from 17,319 or 17,500. That's only really a $200 difference. We'll call it $250 difference. Going from 17,500 up to 19,900. That's maybe 20, 30 bucks a month extra. So I think a lot of people are going to see the benefit in going with the special, and they're just going to go with the special. I think that the bike is awesome. It looks great. I cannot wait for any dealership around here to get it so I can take it on a test ride, and I will take you guys with me on said test ride. Let's do this. BlackJack Harley Davidson, get your act together. Get me a Pan America so I can take it on a test ride. And I think that Harley is really moving into a solid market here. I think this was a great move on their part, and I think they executed it very well. Not gonna say perfectly, but I think they executed it very well. Now we will see, I'm sure there's gonna be bugs in this engine because they've never had an engine like this before. So I'm sure there's gonna be bugs, just like every single engine the first couple of years, they've gotta work some bugs out. And I think that's gonna catch a lot of flack from a lot of people because it's a new engine, just like when the M8 came out and the sumping issue and this and that, and everybody has all these concerns, but it's a new engine. Every single engine that Harley comes out with always has bugs. Every engine that most manufacturers come out with has bugs. They have to work those bugs out in the first couple of years. You don't find all those things in beta testing and whatnot. So again, I think it's a beautiful bike. I think Harley is doing big things, and I think this bike is gonna sell really well. Personally, I would love to buy one if I wasn't currently making payments on my lowrider S. Eventually one day, I will have me a Pan America. That's it. That is all I got for you. If you like this format, if you like the way this new little setup is or sounds, let me know. That way I can do more of that. I'm trying to upgrade my video quality game and all of that good stuff, so any little improvements that you think that I can make, let me know. That'll help me out a lot, and it'll give you guys a better experience. So with that being said, Bam Bam out.